And I'm David. Let's talk about Big Brother 6.
Oh, what a season.
Honestly, we got
So good.
some big revelations this week.
Yes.
Based on some things that are known in the BB community and more twists for this season. So it starts with Maggie has just won HOH and Sarah has totally botched it. And she's feeling sad that she kind of like failed her team.
She did.
Because she did.
She's a horrible
She basically
toss.
just like tossed the ball right into the hole. And then Howie's kind of mad because he's like, well, Julie just revealed this pair thing and the money, and now couples are going to get targeted.
Howie's thinking, well, we were thinking last week.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the information that now makes couples the target.
The target.
But the people in charge, Maggie and Yvette, are literally wearing Eric's clothes and will act out Eric's plan. That's what they're saying.
They said, we will play this game the way Cappy wanted to play it.
Yes.
So you're not playing your game, you're playing Cappy's game.
Who cares about the information that has been given? Who cares about our own game? We are sheep and we will follow him.
Even when he's gone.
To death.
Yeah. So now James and Sarah are kind of thinking that, you know, they're in danger a little bit. But I think then, isn't it Howie and Rachel in the HOH room with Maggie?
Right, because Maggie has nothing against Rachel. Rachel and her got along.
They're fine.
But now it seems like Rachel's on this other side. So Maggie's kind of like, I want to trust her and like her, but I don't know. So she brings Rachel up first and is kind of just feeling her out. And then she's like, well, let's bring up your pair, Howie. Let's all talk. And I thought this was hilarious because Howie is not handling this like smooth.
He's a bit caught off guard, and you can kind of see him continually being like, well, Rachel, I don't know, it's already been said, Rachel, like, what do you think, Rachel? And Maggie's like, that gave me all the information I needed. Like, Rachel's the one making decisions.
Oh, yes, of course Rachel's making the decisions, but it's also like Howie didn't want to be like, yeah, sure, let's make a deal.
Yeah.
Like, Howie is against Maggie. He's against Eric. Like, he's legit against that side.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to sort of play both sides. Like, he didn't want to say it. So I think that's why he was stumbling.
Yeah.
Hoping that Rachel would, like, speak up.
Right.
And she didn't a lot. Until eventually she was like, yeah, okay,
I think we can do a safety deal. I think that's cool. That's fine.
So if they're not nominated, they're promising her safety the next week.
Right, which I think it's a decent move for Maggie to make. Why not try to secure your safety next week when you can't play for HOH?
Yeah, and try to get a couple numbers on your side.
Now, what's next? Is this when James totally like falls over himself trying to rationalize his behavior the past week?
Yeah, well, we see him kind of try to talk to Yvette and Beau because they were close. Like, he flipped on that side.
Yeah.
But no, I don't feel like anyone's making sense. Like, James is rationalizing, like, he had to save himself. Like, I get that to a point. But also, Yvette's not making sense. But, like, they're all, I'm just like...
They're kind of, like, talking past each other. And Maggie's sort of the opinion, like, I don't have to listen to this. And so she just walks away.
Yeah.
And James is like, I gotta work on that some more. I gotta work. So he goes up to the HOH room and he's like, listen, I'm sorry. And he's like, you know, I really think that the people without partners are the most dangerous.
Which he didn't really have a lot to back that up.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
You gotta say what you gotta say.
Yeah.
But what was really interesting is that Maggie totally toyed with him.
Oh, yeah.
Like, really played with him.
Her whole thing this week, and I liked it, was I'm gonna listen, I'm not gonna talk. Like, I'm gonna take in as much information as I can and not really give out what I'm thinking too much.
Yeah.
So she's just kind of sitting there staring at him as he's talking, and he's like, I cannot get a read on you. And she's like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
And he's like, are you a cop? And she's like, I didn't say I was a cop.
She was like, wouldn't it be interesting if we were the same? Like, we had the same.
Yes.
Like, she just is like toying with him. And he's like, oh my God. So that sends him down this path of like her skills, his skills. And like, he literally leaves going, oh my God, she's a cop.
Yeah.
Like, we've had the same training, but she can beat people up or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, okay. But it's like such a shame that Maggie has these skills and is not playing them for her game. Like
she's still playing Eric's
got this
game.
whole like I'm devoted to Eric thing, but she's got some great skills.
She does.
She's straight up asking things that if I were in the house, I'd be like, I'm not answering you. Like she's saying, give me names.
Yeah.
Tell me something. Like she's telling you to give her information.
Yeah.
When you should not.
Yeah. Wasn't it James where she was like, give me names, and he was like, and she was like, you know what, if it's causing you that much stress, don't give me names, it's okay.
No, at that point you should be like, I don't play that game, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna call names.
Yeah, right.
But he didn't.
He didn't.
Of course we have to get a Howie segment.
He loves...
Guess what, guys? He loves boobies.
He loves boobies.
Okay.
If I have to hear the word boobies anymore this season, I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah.
And then if that's creative and she's got a word of her own for everything, which...
It's ghetto this, ghetto that,
we
ghetto
don't really
this,
say that anymore.
And she made a hummingbird feeder. And now we have a food comp.
Food comp. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. So it's like a match game.
It's a match game. It was
scenario.
so cute.
It was
the way
very
they
fun.
set it up.
Yes.
We've got a panel.
Right.
We've got the contestant people.
So, you know, they have to match the things and they've got to get 2 out of the 4 in order to remove the
day.
The day. Yeah, they're trying to play for like days of food and they end up getting all of them. They get at least 2
which
out
is
of
great
4.
because the match game, it's fun, but like there's no right or wrong reason or answer. You have to just match.
Right.
So these people could be way off.
Could be way off, but I think it was April and Howie both got like every single one right. So they were kind of like the MVPs. They were on the panel. They were like the last 2 on the panel, and I think
didn't
they
get
got
all of it. The other pair. Who's the other pair?
Kaser and maybe
Kaser
Jennifer
and
Sarah. Okay.
They got a couple right, but I think Howie was for the most part just copying off of April, which is like good. So if she got it, he got it.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. So they end up getting all the days.
Yes.
And then there's a bonus, right, where they end up getting 2 numbers to the safe. The other 2 numbers for the safe. So then they run to the safe, they open up, they've just gotten food for the whole week, right?
No more PB&J.
Full food for the week, and then they open up that safe and it's a plate of PB&J. I'm like, Big Brother, you are such a troll.
You are so funny.
So then it's like not a challenge, but they are each drawing a PB&J.
Yeah.
And there's a reward in one of them.
Janelle gets it. She now has a pass. Yes. No more PB&J.
No more PB&J.
And she can keep it the whole time.
Or give it to somebody else.
Or move it on. Yeah.
That's right. And I loved how it was just like, it's just, you know, the production value on Big Brother has improved so much over the years. This was like a laminated piece of red construction paper. It was so funny.
That they shoved inside sandwiches.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I have to say I'm giving more credit to Sarah.
Okay.
She started slow for me.
Yeah.
But this week, she really, because she's so worried about James, really wanted to step it up. And this is a time that we see she goes up to the HOH room.
Yeah.
And she's kind of doing her thing.
Yeah.
Like,
trying to make it seem like we're at the bottom.
In that group. Like, we know that we're barely there.
Because this whole first episode, it's very much been like a pair's going on the block.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be James and Sarah because, you know, Maggie's mad at James and Sarah's his partner.
Right.
So Sarah's like, we're not the targets. Like, we're on the bottom of the thing. And Beau kind of buys it initially, but Maggie's not really buying it.
Yeah, I think she did a fairly decent job of just like chatting with them, expressing fears to the point that Beau was like, this stupid girl's just spilling her game. But of course Maggie is smarter than that. Maggie's like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Well, I think Maggie said to herself, Eric wouldn't put up James and Sarah. Eric would put up James and Kaser.
Eric don't care about Sarah.
That's what she does. She puts up James and Kaser.
Yeah, she's all like, I thought it'd be black and white, but it was actually gray. And I was like, no, you didn't waver at all. You're following through. Your noms are the 2 people that...
She did kind of do Sarah dirty because the last key in the box was Janelle, which has J-A, and then the N starts to look like M, and then Sarah continues to pull, and it's Janelle safe, and she realizes that James and Kaser are on the block, so it's a little bit of mind games there for Maggie.
Was. She is good with those mind games.
Yes.
But of course, James sees that, so that kind of like sends him down a path.
Yeah, he's a little pissed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this takes us into the next episode.
So this episode now, James is not super into Sarah all of a sudden.
He's all over. I mean, he has consistently been disappointed in Sarah's gamey.
It's true. It's true.
He was mad that she couldn't spell cauliflower.
Yeah.
He was mad she couldn't get that put the ball in the wrong hole.
Yeah, right.
Like, he's like, oh my God, she's not good at this game.
Why are you not better at things?
Yeah, and so now that he's like, oh, she's my pair.
Yeah.
This isn't good for me.
So, they all get to pick their player for the veto, back in the day. And so he's like, I don't want to pick Sarah. Like, of course I want to pick Sarah because she's my pair and she would save me.
Yeah.
But there's no way she's going to win veto because she chokes. Like, she's not good at these competitions.
Yeah, he's definitely frustrated, or seemingly. I'm kind of confused on where James' head really is.
Uh-huh.
But we also see Yvette losing it that Eric is not in the house.
Crying on the toilet.
What?
How?
Who is she?
You knew this man for 3 weeks?
Why is this so devastating? She's like, I feel him not here.
She lost her North Star or something, and I'm like, Bo is your partner.
Yes!
You still have Bo.
Oh.
What is going on?
She confuses me. She's the bad. Why do the bad guys always win?
Yes, and that's
and the good guy is gone.
That narrative is going to be something we see more of.
I can't with her.
Then we see James almost strategizing how to lose Sarah.
Yes.
With Janelle and Kaysar.
He's talking to Janelle and Kaysar about how, look, if you guys win it and come down, she goes up. We vote her out. I can't play with her. People think she's my weakness.
She's my weakness.
It makes sense to an extent.
Yeah.
If you don't mind losing the gazillions of dollars that you could win with your pair.
Right.
Having a weakness in the game, that's true.
It's true. I think he is at this point thinking, I'm not going to win $1 million next to Sarah because she's going to drag me down, but I might be able to win $500,000 without her. Mm-hmm. So he's trying to figure out a way how he can just cut his losses and get her out of the game.
But then the next scene, he's like, Sarah, I need you. You have to get your head in there. You have to. And I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah. Make up your mind, man.
I don't know what's happening.
Yes.
He doesn't know what's happening.
Oh my God. So
James is also working Yvette.
Yvette, right. Oh my God, I almost forgot.
He's king of working all sides.
All sides.
Whatever he has to do to stay.
Yeah.
And Yvette is literally the definition of a sheep.
Yeah.
She bows down to Eric. Eric's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So hey, James is like, I'll step into that.
I need somebody else
spot
to be my leader and be someone that I can put my full faith in. So James seeks out a Bible and he goes to Yvette in the gym and he puts his hand on that Bible and he tells her, I'm going after Howie and Rachel. Hand to God. I'm going after Howie and Rachel. And she's like, I believe it.
Yeah.
He put his hand on that Bible.
He did, and she sure believed it.
Yeah.
Then we have this whole, leading up to veto, it's so much drama on the partners. Kaysar to Janelle.
Yeah.
You gotta win this. James to Sarah. You gotta win this. It's hugs and kisses and intense and tears and meditating. And it was just all of this stuff for these pairs intense. And partners.
Yes.
We finally get to it.
We get to the veto.
The thing that was interesting was Maggie chose Bo.
Bo, which I thought was weird. Weird choice. Why wouldn't you pick Yvette?
We were all expecting Yvette, right?
Yeah,
Weren't we all planning on Yvette?
And then the veto competition is not so much an individual comp. There's lots of levels of strategy here because they're on the rotating table and they've got to throw tennis balls at their televisions to get it up to channel 5, but you can turn people's TVs off. So you can aim at your own television, you can also aim at other people's television.
Anybody's television. I'm like, yes. Oh, we can conspire against other people. I love it.
It's just like the chess situation from the last week,
But we don't see as much conspiring as I wanted.
No, it's basically just James and Sarah doing their best to get Sarah's thing up because what they want to happen is for Sarah to win the veto so that she's safe and she can save James. Yes. And they're good for this week. So,
same thing for Kaysar and Janelle.
Yeah.
Just go to Janelle's TV. Don't worry about Kaysar's because if she's safe, she pulls him down, both safe.
Right. So James and Sarah are doing well with their television, but then we do see Maggie come in and she clicks Sarah's TV off because she sees what they're doing.
Yeah.
But
she was confused. She's like, why are they only going after Sarah's? Well,
think about it.
But so she turns it off, which was a great move.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't seem like Janelle and Kaysar got any of Janelle's TV.
Yeah.
But Sarah and James get back on it, and they are able to win, and Sarah wins.
Best case scenario for these two, right?
Yes.
Sarah is over the moon.
So excited.
Finally, she won something. I didn't count how many tennis balls she threw that hit the TV versus how many James threw, but
They both were.
They were both hitting?
Contributing.
Okay, great.
I don't know how many more.
Equal effort. Great.
But they were both going at it.
So, but really, like I said, it's just the best case scenario for both of them. They now both know that they're safe.
Yes.
Well, now they're both kind of sad for Kaysar because they think no matter what happens, like Kaysar's probably the target now. Like this still sucks.
Yeah, we're assuming Janelle's gonna go up. They're sad. But like, if that plan that Kaysar, and again, this might have been stuff we saw in the feeds had we been watching at the time.
Yeah.
But like the whole conversation with James and Kaysar and Janelle of like, you guys win it, we'll get rid of Sarah. And then they worked so hard and Sarah won it. Like, was there a moment that Kaysar and Janelle were like, well, why
what
was
about
he
us?
talking like that? What did he mean? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
That might have been something we missed.
Yeah, for sure.
In the edit.
Yeah. Now we get to see the other side of the house strategizing about like who's going to be the replacement nominee. And Yvette is like, Janelle. We gotta get Janelle out. And everyone was like, Yvette, you just hate Janelle.
You're
like,
so focused on
this
Janelle.
is personal. It's not game. Cool it. Like, we know we gotta get Janelle out eventually, but like, we got bigger fish to fry.
And I think that this is when they were like, as a group, we have to decide on who this is gonna be.
As a group.
As a group of an alliance named the Friendship. Thank you. Confirmed. I was like, I think the Friendship is BB6. Like,
and
who is the Friendship? Finally, thank you.
Yes.
This is the Friendship. Now so much is coming together.
So much. So this is Maggie, it's Yvette, it's Beau, it's April, it's Jennifer. It's these five are the Friendship. And they are officially an alliance.
I get it.
Yeah.
I see you. Okay. Now we get this interesting birthday party.
Yeah, they don't do this anymore.
No, Kmart hosted a birthday party for April. Thank you, Kmart.
And they got, it's just so funny living now where like cameras are on the phone, nobody prints photos anymore, and she is so excited to get this like I had one of those Kodak cameras and I thought it was so great back in like 2005, you know? And she gets that with the photo printer and she's like, this is so cool, like I can print my photos out and stuff, and I'm like, how much do you use that printer anymore?
Remember the baby step when we like got digital cameras?
Yeah.
And then we were like, but where do we get pictures? And we were like, oh, we can have our own little printer. Before now we're like, do we print pictures?
What a great 6 months that was. That we all cared about that. She also gets a card from her husband, and it's like very emotional.
That's really nice. Could you imagine if every birthday person got a letter from home?
I know. Yeah,
That's
you don't get those
insane.
perks anymore on Big Brother.
They also got a luxury comp for a movie.
This, I have to be honest, I skipped through most of it because I was like, I never heard of Four Brothers. I don't know what that is. And this doesn't have anything to do with the game.
That was my favorite part of it. Like, it was cute, it was fun. I mean, luxury comp is always fun.
Yeah, I liked the like screwing in the light bulb thing. Like, that's a fun challenge.
But the most exciting thing to me was like, I don't know this movie.
Yeah.
Like, it literally came out in 2005, and I do not know it.
It was so, I mean, it was definitely funny to watch, and then they, like, isolate the three of them up in the HOH room, and they're, like, having snacks and watching the movie, and I'm thinking, you could be missing out on game talk for, like, these couple of hours that you're enjoying a movie. Like, is this really worth it?
Yeah. Well, the part that I thought was cute was that, because Sarah, Rachel, and Jennifer went, and I think it was Sarah was like, anytime we can beat Maggie is a good day. And I was like, true.
Good for you.
Even if it's just a movie.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So Kaysar has his last ditch effort.
Last ditch effort. He goes to Maggie in the gym.
Well, no, it's not a horrible idea. In theory, if you're like, look, the Friendship ain't so strong. You're probably the strongest on this group and you're not available to play HOH next week. You're in danger. We can promise you safety.
We can save you.
Yeah. It's not a horrible idea, but I just think in the execution...
It comes off, I mean, you mentioned before we started shooting that he sort of acted like a godfather. Yeah. And it does feel like he's saying, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. You know, like that kind of thing. He's just so...
He's like, if you put someone else up. It's like, he was probably nervous. You know, you're going out on a limb.
Oh my God, he is like, this is literally like a last ditch effort. And Maggie's just on the elliptical.
Yeah, she's
totally
like,
unbothered.
Yeah.
Silent, stone-faced, says, okay, after his pitch, and he's like,
that's
all
what
right,
I wanted
that's
to
the end.
say.
So
okay.
thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that he could have played that off a little differently, and maybe it would have worked. It was still probably not going to work.
Sure.
But yeah, if anyone came at me like that with this, like,
I'd be like, get out of here.
Yeah, I'd be like,
coming
no,
to me
no.
like you have any kind of power. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Then they go to the veto ceremony. Sarah, of course, predictably plays it on James.
Yeah.
Gives sort of a strange presentation about how she's like putting someone else in danger, and Maggie's like, what are you talking about? It's my choice. Like, what are you talking about?
She said someone with a good heart, and Maggie's was like,
What?
Because Maggie's like, Janelle does not
dark
have a
heart.
good
She has
heart.
an evil dark heart.
She's an evil dark heart.
Yeah. So
I loved Maggie's face. Was like, what?
What are you talking about? So James comes off, and then sure enough, Maggie's like, Janelle, get your butt up there. But Kaser is still the target at this point. Like,
Sure.
Janelle's up there because they don't like Janelle.
Right.
But there's, what Eric would have wanted is for Kaser to get out.
That's right.
Kaser got him out. So
That's
we
right.
gotta seek our revenge.
That's right, we do.
Well then, as is the tradition on this season of Big Brother, we end an episode saying this person is definitely going home, and at the very beginning of the next episode, it's all misdirect.
But do we?
Is Kaser really the biggest target? Like, I think maybe we need to get Janelle out.
Yeah, it's like, stop throwing this little curveball to us.
Well, it sort of starts with April, I think. She comes to Kaser and is like, pitch me. Like, why should you stay? Why should I keep you?
Yeah.
But she's really kind of using this as an opportunity to tell him, you think you're in with James? James is playing a dirty game.
Yeah. April reveals a lot of information. This is very smart of April and probably the whole friendship, because I probably talked about
I'm sure,
this.
yeah, it was a strategy.
But they revealed that James said Howie and Rachel's name. Of course, do they say he later backtracked and is not doing that? No, of course they leave that out. But this ticks Kaser off.
Yes.
Again, not having watched the feeds, I don't know how real any of this is, if this is just edit, but it seemingly goes through the chain of this final six. Do they have a name? I don't know.
Right.
But Kaser's group of like, we can't trust James.
Yeah.
Rachel and Howie pissed.
Right.
Like, they're not about it.
And I'm glad you brought up that James went back on that, because I think we forgot to mention that there was that second conversation when he came off the block, right? And Yvette went to him and was like, are you still going to go after Howie and Rachel? And he's like, no, I got to go after Maggie.
Yeah.
She wants me out. Like, I got to get her out. And I'm like, James, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just keep lying.
Just keep lying, James. If you're gonna lie, just keep lying.
Yeah.
Why'd you change your course?
Yeah.
But it was interesting because Yvette, like I said, is the definition of a sheep. Like, she just wants to follow him, and all of a sudden he lied to her. She's like thrown for a loop.
Oh my God. And
she's like, what?
Yeah, she marches straight up to that HOH room, and they're all like, well, I had no idea that swearing on the Bible was conditional.
Yeah, and Maggie's like, well, are you gonna believe him now anymore? Like, hello, he was lying from the get-go, obviously.
Right. But, they're trying to make us think that, like, maybe Kaser is gonna, flip things around, and they're gonna and the house is gonna decide to keep Kaser so that he can go after James. That's what they're trying to set us up for.
That's basically the edit, which is why I'm like, I don't know how real this really was.
Right.
But we do get this beautiful memorial segment for Saint Eric.
Saint Cappy.
He might be out of the house.
But his spirit lives on.
But he's still affecting the game.
Because people are literally wearing his clothes. They are literally making his moves. And people are marching around on their knees.
Keys
yeah.
over his photo. Like,
it's so dramatic.
It is so dramatic.
It's like they made like an ofrenda. What is that thing from like Dia de los Muertos where you like make a memorial to a dead person?
Right.
It's like they're doing that with the keys or something. It's very strange.
Of course, on the other side is
they are marching around on their knees, making short jokes.
That's not good. That's not good.
Then
we get a family segment.
This is the one we needed this week. Because I need answers about the James and Sarah relationship.
I mean, we've said from the beginning, we were like, wait, they're boyfriend and girlfriend for 4 months? Like, what?
How well do they actually know each other?
And then it's funny to hear their families be like, well, it's only been a few months.
Yeah. James's sister's like, he has a lot of girlfriends. He tends to get bored.
He gets bored and moves through them, and I'm like, so 4 months literally is not like he's gonna move on any day now. This means nothing,
They've
right?
Probably already broken up.
Of course, the sister is like, he seems to really like this one. Like she's trying to be
the
supportive.
producer was like, I need you to say something positive.
But she also was like, I mean, yes, he lies and manipulates, but like he seems to like her, and it's like, whoa, James's family knows him.
Yeah, but then you've also got James's mom, who's like, I tried to make him a Catholic.
I tried.
And I tried to instill those values in him. So
it didn't work. It's basically, she's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But then I thought it was funny because Sarah's family's like, we see how he talks about her.
Yeah.
I'm like, so many times I want a family to say that and they don't. They're like, he seems nice.
I know.
And they're like, we have our eyes. He's like, my wife's blood pressure goes through the roof.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Yeah, because he's belittling her.
And there have been things that have happened this week where like Sarah's like, I want, 7 kids. I want to be married by the time I'm 25. I'm having to like hold myself back from Googling.
Oh, she's also 23 years old.
23 years old. She wants to be married in 2 years.
4 months of a 23-year-old's life.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Out of my face.
Yeah.
So, but then she's like, my husband's going to be the coach of the Little League team. And he's like, I hate baseball.
I don't like baseball. It's like, you guys are not a fit. I can't wait to find out if they are like married with 7 kids.
Yes.
Now we find out a little twist. Julie tells us.
Yes, we find out that there's America's Choice.
A house guest is coming back.
Coming back by America's vote.
By America's vote. Why can't we have this
more
every
often?
year?
I know. Rather than a comp or whatever.
I love it.
Have America
so
vote.
much. This is so exciting.
So one of the 4 evicted house guests will be coming back into the game. But first we have to have our eviction for the night. They don't show us any votes. Just a lot of chatter.
Talky.
Back and forth. 7-1, Kaser is evicted.
7-1. Who is that one vote?
I know. I want to know. I think it might be James.
It might be James, but it might
really
just
struggling.
be someone. I know, but why? Why was
I don't know.
So
he more than anyone was like, oh, I can't do this. Like, I don't know. This is so hard. And I was like, why are you so torn up about this?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that anyone would really be struggling with the vote. You're just going to vote with your group at this point.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was a hinky vote.
Yeah, it has to have been a hinky vote. Somebody's trying to be like,
this person's not with us.
But so he's out, and of course I'm like, he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's going to be voted by America hands down. There is no way, knowing that this is the friendship.
Yeah.
There's no way Eric is coming back in my mind.
I hope you're right. I mean, what was funny is that, before Julie reveals it to the house guests, we did play the HOH competition.
Yes.
Which is pretty quick. It's one where you answer it. If you're wrong, you're out. If you're right, you get to eliminate somebody else. Which I did like. And the non-friendship side of the house kind of swept this one. It ended up being Howie, Rachel, and Sarah.
Yes.
And then Howie is the one that ultimately wins it.
Yes.
So,
which I was impressed. So Sarah won, I think, the very first one. And she took out Jen.
Jennifer,
and I was
which is weird.
Sarah, I was like, I get she's on the other side, but you need to take Yvette out.
Yvette.
At this point, because Yvette is the only one on that side that is really dangerous.
Right.
Maybe April, but I would take Yvette out first. She takes out Jen, then Yvette gets the next one and takes out James. And
which I thought was weird.
No, obviously Yvette's
But I thought
take out
Yvette
James.
would have taken out Janelle because Yvette hates everything about Janelle.
Yeah, but you cannot give James the HOH.
That's true.
He's the most scary one.
And, he lied on the Bible.
Yeah.
So I guess she had to
got a vendetta.
Well, then Janelle got herself out.
Yeah, Janelle got herself out. And then Sarah eventually did get Yvette out.
She did.
But she had to get James out for Sarah to be like, oh.
It was too bad, the Janelle thing, because she knew the answer, but she just didn't listen to the full question.
Yeah, she did not.
Which is the risk you take.
But I was really excited because Howie actually did win it himself.
He did, yeah.
Yeah. When it came down, Rachel gets an answer correct and she's like, I guess get rid of Sarah, because obviously Howie's her partner, even though she's aligned with Sarah.
Yeah.
But then Howie answers correctly, and he wins
it
all by himself. So, I mean, what is a Howie HOH?
I have no clue.
I am here for it.
Yes, it could be anything.
All day, every day, I'm here for a Howie HOH.
Yes.
I love it. I'm excited.
So that's going to definitely be a strange week, but then Julie gathers the house guests together and reveals this America's Choice twist. It's the Summer of Secrets, blah, blah, blah. But it's going to be Michael, Eric, or Kaysar. And Janelle's like, what about Ashlea? And Julie's like, Ashlea left Sequester. So she is not eligible.
The way she said she left Sequester, you're like, oh no, did a family member die? And you're like, no, Ashlea's head was 100% not in this game.
Yes, she does not care.
I will not sit in a hotel for 4 weeks before you potentially get me back in this game.
Right.
She's like, bye-bye.
And also, America was not going to vote Ashlea back into the game. We don't care about her. She was the first out. Like, it's definitely going to be Eric or Kaysar. That's what the house guests wanted. Like, nobody was shouting for Michael to come back.
No one's even going to vote for Michael, I'm sure.
So, it's one of those two. I'm hoping Kaysar.
Oh, my money is on Kaysar for sure. I would be shocked if Eric came back.
I really hope not.
I have to imagine everyone hated him as much as we did.
Let's hope.
So that's it. Yeah, the house guests are like, bring back Eric. And I'm like, ha ha ha. And then they're like, bring back Kaysar. And no one cares about Michael. But yeah, so I'm here for a Howie HOH. Like, did this whole James redirect?
Sure.
I mean, he said Howie's name, so it could factor in, or does Howie focus on the friendship?
Well, that, or, you know, also we saw Howie early on in this, you know, group of 3 episodes saying that the couples are the targets now. So maybe he's going to go after an April and a Jennifer, or an Yvette and a Beau. Like, it seems like that's kind of where his head is. So maybe he does put a pair up on the block next to each other.
Yes. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm loving Big Brother 6.
Me too, and I'm excited to see what the friendship is all about because it's kind of a legend in BB. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
Someone get voted back. It's exciting.
Yes.
All right, you guys, as always, please let us know what you think. And if you watched this in 05, please give us that information.
Absolutely.
If you are rewatching it now or watching it for the first time, want to hear all of your thoughts.
Yes, and make sure you watch the next 3 episodes for our next recap next week.
Next week, all of Howie's HOH.
All right, see you then.
Okay, bye.